Well, I just wanted to share a few minutes. Everybody's posting about the Asbury revival, and um, I've been having the Lord deal with me for the last couple of weeks, especially about revival, and it starts with us personally. I mean, um, preached a message Sunday morning about our need for revival, and the revival that we need is that Jesus become the most important thing or person, and it's not really seeking revival shouldn't be a it thing. It should be a him thing, like seeking him. So got through preaching Sunday morning, and all of our people went to the altar. I said I'm going to be the first one to hit it because I need personal revival myself, and I want our church to have it. It was a great service, great altar call. And then on the way home, Sarah was telling me about this revival in Asbury University. That night, I said, you know what? I really would like to go to that. It happened in the 1970, 53 years ago. It lasted a week. And I said, you know what? I really want to go. And Sarah, she said, well, I'll go with you, Dad. So we left Monday morning about 6:30, drove all the way up there, got in our hotel room, freshened up a bit, went to the revival, got there at 5 o'clock, and we'd been there, well, it was like probably about 4:45. The only place to sit was the very back in the balcony. There was a few seats left then. And sang a few songs, and then at 5 o'clock, one of the leaders got up and said, well, it's 5 o'clock, and usually from 5 to 7, we give everybody space to go get refreshed and get something to eat and come back if you want. But not many people left. Some did. Some had been there all day. I met people from Michigan, all over the place. So when those few people left, I said to Sarah, let's go up to the front and pray in the altar. So we did. We stayed in the altar from about 5 o'clock to about 6:30, praying for other people, worshiping the Lord, just having a great time. And there was a sweet presence. And so at 6:30, we were looking around, and Sarah says, Dad, we really should get out of the altar and let other people come up there. Well, there was room still for more people to come. I said, well, yeah, we can do that. Let's go get something to eat, and we'll think about coming back. So we did. We went and got something to eat, and I'd been driving since 6:30 that morning, and I said, you know what, baby, I'm tired. I think let's call it a night. And so we went back to the room and went to sleep, and got up yesterday morning at 5 o'clock, got in the car at 6:30, got home at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And then we find out that there were so many people yesterday lined up. I mean, they had to close it off. It's a great revival, and some people say, well, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. It wasn't just worship. As some people say, the people that were calling it just worship, all they were doing was watching, 30-minute videos of people singing and praising God. But this has been 24/7 since last Wednesday, right after the morning chapel service, and it's been building, growing. University of Kentucky students coming over, 20 college campuses breaking out in this same type of what I'll call revival, because revival isn't something you schedule with an evangelist. It's an evangelistic meeting. But revival is when people draw close to God and make Jesus the most important thing in their life, and that's what we need. I think it's great that it happened on Valentine's Day, because Jesus is supposed to be our first love. In the Ephesian church, I preached about this Sunday. Ephesian church was a great church that worked for God, did all kind of things for God, and the Lord began dealing with me. Tim, you wear yourself out, doing things for me. But I just realized that sometimes we can get so busy working for God that we don't really make our life totally about Him. And so I feel like I got over the past couple months free from a lot of the bondage of doing things that most people think we have to do and provide in a local church to make people feel like your church is a good enough church to go to. I just say bump it all. Go all out for Jesus. Whatever he leads you to do it. Things that you can't do, don't worry about it. Just get Jesus in the house. So that's where I'm at. I just want to make Jesus my first love and Dorothy's my second. And we had a great day yesterday, but that's my experience of it. It was a sweet, sweet presence. To me, it wasn't really any different than the Holy Spirit that I feel in my local church. So don't anybody feel like you have to run to Kentucky. All you really have to do is run to Jesus. Get in your own altar, get in your own church, and worship like they worship, and the same thing will happen. That's just how I see it. I'm glad I went, because I don't have another 50 years to go back. If there another one comes, last one came in 1970. But I'm determined to have revival in my own personal life, and I hope that's your decision too. Just seek the Lord, and he'll show up. Make room for him. Make time for him. People say, I don't have time. You don't have time because all your time's taken up with other things. You make time for what you want to do, so make Jesus what you want to do, and you'll find time. As simple as that. It's that way for me. God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.